Question 1. Surplus lines insurance policy analysis. Which of the following best describes the significance of policy exclusions in surplus lines insurance policies, specifically in the context of Arkansas regulations? A. Policy exclusions serve to broaden the coverage by including additional risks not originally covered. B. Policy exclusions specify the risks and scenarios that are not covered under the policy, which helps in reducing the insurer's exposure to certain types of claims. C. Policy exclusions are optional and can be ignored by the insured if they find them unfavorable. D. Policy exclusions are mainly included to provide discounts on premiums by narrowing down the coverage scope. Answer: B. Policy exclusions specify the risks and scenarios that are not covered under the policy, which helps in reducing the insurer's exposure to certain types of claims. Explanation: Policy exclusions are critical in defining the scope of coverage by explicitly stating what is not covered by the insurance policy. This is essential for both the insurer and the insured to understand the limits of the policy and to manage risks effectively. In Arkansas, as in other states, surplus lines insurance is subject to specific regulatory frameworks which require clear communication of exclusions to avoid misunderstandings and disputes during the claims process. Ignoring exclusions or misinterpreting their role can lead to denied claims and potential legal issues. Arkansas Insurance Department Guidelines. Question 2. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Mr. Johnson has filed a claim with his surplus lines insurance provider for a fire that damaged his warehouse in Arkansas. During the claims investigation, it was discovered that the warehouse was used to store hazardous materials, which was not disclosed at the time of policy issuance. What should Mr. Johnson expect next in this claims process? A. The claim will be processed without any issues since the policy does not specifically mention hazardous materials. B. The claim might be denied due to material misrepresentation or non-disclosure of critical information at the time of policy issuance. C. Mr. Johnson will receive partial compensation as the insurer will deduct the portion related to the hazardous materials. D. The insurance company will issue a fine but still pay the full claim amount. Answer: B. The claim might be denied due to material misrepresentation or non-disclosure of critical information at the time of policy issuance. Explanation: In the context of surplus lines insurance, especially under Arkansas regulations, the insured is required to disclose all relevant information that could affect the underwriting decision. Failure to disclose the use of the warehouse for storing hazardous materials constitutes material misrepresentation. This can lead to the denial of the claim as the risk profile presented at the time of policy issuance was incomplete or inaccurate. Proper disclosure is essential to ensure that the insurer can adequately assess the risk and determine appropriate coverage and premium. Arkansas Code Annotated, Section 2365303. Question 3. Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. When evaluating the extent and value of a claim in surplus lines insurance, what is the primary method used by claims professionals to determine the coverage and liability? A. Comparing the claim with previous similar claims handled by the insurer. B. Consulting state-specific insurance regulations to establish a standardized payout. C. Reviewing the terms and conditions of the policy, including any endorsements and exclusions, to ascertain the coverage and liability. D. Using the insured's estimate of the damage as the sole basis for the settlement amount. Answer: C. Reviewing the terms and conditions of the policy, including any endorsements and exclusions, to ascertain the coverage and liability. Explanation: The primary method for determining coverage and liability in surplus lines claims involves a thorough review of the insurance policy's terms and conditions. This includes examining any endorsements and exclusions that could affect the claim. This approach ensures that the claims professional accurately interprets the policy language and applies it to the specific circumstances of the claim. In Arkansas, as in other states, adherence to the policy details is crucial for fair and accurate claims evaluation. State regulations require transparency and adherence to policy terms to protect both the insurer and the insured. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Regulations. Question 4. Surplus lines insurance claims process. In the context of surplus lines insurance in Arkansas, why is effective communication and documentation crucial during the claims handling process? A. It ensures that the insurer can charge higher premiums in the future. B. It helps in reducing the overall number of claims filed. C. It aids in maintaining transparency, resolving disputes efficiently, and complying with regulatory requirements. D. It allows the insurer to deny claims more easily. Answer: C. It aids in maintaining transparency, resolving disputes efficiently, and complying with regulatory requirements. Explanation: effective communication and thorough documentation are essential in the surplus lines insurance claims handling process to ensure transparency and facilitate efficient dispute resolution. This is particularly important in Arkansas, where regulatory requirements mandate clear and detailed record keeping to ensure fair treatment of claimants. Proper documentation helps in tracking the claim's progress, verifying facts, and providing evidence during any disputes. It also ensures that the insurer remains compliant with state regulations, avoiding penalties and maintaining trust with policyholders. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 5. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. When negotiating a settlement agreement for a surplus lines insurance claim in Arkansas, what is a critical consideration for both the insurer and the insured? A. Ensuring the settlement amount is as low as possible to save on costs. B. Speed of the settlement process to close the claim quickly. C. Accuracy in evaluating the claim and compliance with the terms of the insurance policy. D. Avoiding any involvement of third-party adjusters. Answer: C. Accuracy in evaluating the claim and compliance with the terms of the insurance policy. Explanation: in negotiating a settlement agreement, it is critical for both the insurer and the insured to ensure that the settlement accurately reflects the evaluation of the claim and is in compliance with the terms of the insurance policy. This consideration is vital to avoid future disputes and to ensure that the settlement is fair and justified. In Arkansas, as with other states, surplus lines insurance regulations require that settlements be based on a precise assessment of the damage and adherence to policy provisions to protect both parties' interests. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 6. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Mrs. Thompson, a claims adjuster in Arkansas, is handling a large claim for a policyholder who has suffered extensive water damage to their property. During her investigation, she discovers that the damage was partially caused by the policyholder's negligence. What ethical considerations should Mrs. Thompson keep in mind while handling this claim? A. Mrs. Thompson should deny the entire claim based on the policyholder's negligence. B. Mrs. Thompson should ignore the negligence to expedite the claim processing. C. Mrs. Thompson should evaluate the extent of the damage, determine the impact of the policyholder's negligence, and ensure that the claim is handled fairly and in accordance with the policy terms. D. Mrs. Thompson should inform the policyholder that they can claim the entire damage amount despite the negligence. Answer: C. Mrs. Thompson should evaluate the extent of the damage, determine the impact of the policyholder's negligence, and ensure that the claim is handled fairly and in accordance with the policy terms. Explanation: as a claims adjuster, Mrs. Thompson must handle the claim ethically and professionally by thoroughly evaluating the extent of the damage and the role of the policyholder's negligence. She should ensure that her assessment is fair and complies with the terms of the insurance policy. This approach is crucial in maintaining trust and upholding the professional standards expected in surplus lines insurance. In Arkansas, ethical considerations and adherence to policy terms are mandatory to protect both the insurer and the insured and to avoid any conflicts of interest or unfair treatment. National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC model laws, regulations, and guidelines. Question 7. Surplus lines insurance policy analysis. In surplus lines insurance, particularly in Arkansas, what is the primary purpose of endorsements ECA Policy 8? To provide additional coverage or modify the existing terms and conditions of the insurance policy. B. To reduce the premium by eliminating certain coverages. C. To ensure that the policyholder can cancel the policy at any time without penalty. D. To offer the insurer an option to deny any claim without justification. Answer: A. To provide additional coverage or modify the existing terms and conditions of the insurance policy. Explanation: endorsements in a surplus lines insurance policy serve to add, remove, or alter coverage provided under the standard policy terms. They are legally binding amendments that can adjust the coverage to better meet the specific needs of the policyholder or to clarify coverage terms. In Arkansas, endorsements are a critical component of surplus lines insurance policies, allowing for flexibility and customization while ensuring that the changes comply with state regulations. Arkansas Code Annotated, Title 23, Subtitle 3. Question 8. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Mr. Garcia has filed a claim under his surplus lines insurance policy for flood damage to his business in Arkansas. During the investigation, it was revealed that the business property was not maintained properly, leading to significant damage. What should be the focus of the claims adjuster during the investigation? A. The claims adjuster should automatically deny the claim due to the poor maintenance of the property. B. The claims adjuster should assess the extent of the damage and determine how much of it is attributable to the lack of maintenance versus the flood. C. The claims adjuster should approve the claim in full to avoid any conflict with the policyholder. D. The claims adjuster should seek a higher premium for the policy renewal. Answer. B. The claims adjuster should assess the extent of the damage and determine how much of it is attributable to the lack of maintenance versus the flood. Explanation. In investigating a surplus lines insurance claim, especially in Arkansas, the claims adjuster must carefully differentiate between damage caused by the insured event, in this case the flood, and damage resulting from the policyholder's failure to maintain the property. The adjuster's role is to ensure a fair and accurate assessment of the claim in accordance with the policy terms and state regulations. This involves evaluating all contributing factors to determine the insurer's liability and the extent of the coverage applicable to the loss. Arkansas Insurance Department's Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 9. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. When settling a surplus lines insurance claim in Arkansas, what is an important step to ensure compliance with regulatory requirements? A. Paying the settlement amount in cash to avoid transaction fees. B. Ensuring that the settlement agreement is documented in writing and signed by both parties. C. Making sure the settlement is less than the policy limits to save money for the insurer. D. Settling the claim verbally to expedite the process. Answer. B. Ensuring that the settlement agreement is documented in writing and signed by both parties. Explanation. Documenting the settlement agreement in writing and having it signed by both parties is a crucial step in the claims settlement process for surplus lines insurance in Arkansas. This practice ensures that there is a clear and legally binding record of the agreed terms, which helps prevent future disputes and provides a transparent account of the settlement. Compliance with this procedure is essential to meet regulatory requirements and uphold the integrity of the claims process. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79, Subchapter 3. Question 10. Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. During the litigation process of a surplus lines insurance claim in Arkansas, what is the role of providing documentation and evidence? A. It allows the insurer to settle the claim without any legal involvement. B. It helps in establishing the facts of the case and supporting the arguments of the party presenting them. C. It is optional and can be disregarded if the parties prefer verbal testimonies. D. It solely benefits the insured by ensuring they receive the maximum payout. Answer. B. It helps in establishing the facts of the case and supporting the arguments of the party presenting them. Explanation. In the litigation process for surplus lines insurance claims, especially in Arkansas, providing thorough documentation and evidence is essential for establishing the facts and supporting the legal arguments of each party. This evidence can include policy documents, communications, investigation reports, and any other relevant information. Proper documentation is crucial for a fair and transparent legal process, ensuring that the court has all necessary information to make an informed decision. Arkansas Rules of Evidence. Question 11. Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. MS. Smith has filed a claim for a significant theft loss under her surplus lines insurance policy in Arkansas. During the evaluation, the adjuster found discrepancies between the reported inventory and the actual inventory records. What should be the next step for the claims adjuster? A. Deny the claim outright due to the discrepancies. B. Approve the claim for the amount reported by MS. Smith. C. Investigate further to resolve the discrepancies and determine the accurate loss amount. D. Reduce the claim payout by half to account for the discrepancies. Answer. C. Investigate further to resolve the discrepancies and determine the accurate loss amount. Explanation. The claims adjuster should conduct a thorough investigation to resolve any discrepancies between the reported inventory and the actual records. This step is crucial to ensure the accuracy of the claim evaluation and to determine the legitimate loss amount. In Arkansas, accurate assessment and fair treatment of claims are mandated by regulatory standards, and resolving such discrepancies helps maintain the integrity of the claims process and ensures that the insurer only pays for verifiable losses. Arkansas Insurance Department's claims handling regulations. Question 12. Regulatory compliance in surplus lines claims handling. Which of the following best describes the licensing and reporting requirements for surplus lines insurance claims handlers in Arkansas? A. Surplus lines claims handlers are not required to have any specific licenses or reporting obligations. B. Surplus lines claims handlers must be licensed and comply with state-specific reporting requirements to ensure transparency and regulatory compliance. C. Surplus lines claims handlers need only to be licensed with no reporting requirements. D. Surplus lines claims handlers can operate under the general insurance licenses without additional surplus line specific requirements. Answer. B. Surplus lines claims handlers must be licensed and comply with state-specific reporting requirements to ensure transparency and regulatory compliance. Explanation. In Arkansas, as in other states, claims handlers dealing with surplus lines insurance must be appropriately licensed and adhere to specific reporting requirements. This ensures that they operate within the regulatory framework, maintaining transparency and accountability in their claims handling practices. Compliance with these requirements helps protect consumers and ensures that claims are processed fairly and efficiently. Arkansas Surplus Lines Insurance Statutes, Section 2365-301. Question 13. Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. In Arkansas, what is the primary consideration for determining the extent and value of a surplus lines insurance claim? A. The personal opinion of the claims adjuster. B. The insured's initial estimate of the loss. C. The detailed assessment based on policy terms, supporting documentation, and factual evidence. D. The average payout for similar claims in the past year. Answer. C. The detailed assessment based on policy terms, supporting documentation, and factual evidence. Explanation. The primary consideration for determining the extent and value of a surplus lines insurance claim in Arkansas involves a detailed assessment that aligns with the terms of the insurance policy, supported by documentation and factual evidence. This ensures that the claim is evaluated accurately and fairly, based on the specifics of the loss and the coverage provided under the policy. This approach helps in maintaining regulatory compliance and protects the interests of both the insurer and the insured. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 14. Surplus Lines Insurance Claims Settlement. Mr. Williams has submitted a claim for windstorm damage to his commercial property in Arkansas. During the settlement discussions, the insurer offers a lower settlement amount than Mr. Williams expected. What should Mr. Williams consider in negotiating the settlement? A. Accepting the initial offer to avoid further delays. B. Reviewing the policy terms and providing additional evidence to justify a higher settlement amount. C. Refusing the offer and immediately filing a lawsuit. D. Demanding the insurer pay double the offered amount as compensation for the inconvenience. Answer. B. Reviewing the policy terms and providing additional evidence to justify a higher settlement amount. Explanation. Mr. Williams should review the terms of his surplus lines insurance policy and provide any additional evidence that supports his claim for a higher settlement amount. This might include repair estimates, expert evaluations, or documentation of the extent of the damage. Engaging in constructive negotiations based on policy details and factual evidence can lead to a fair and satisfactory settlement. In Arkansas, thorough documentation and clear communication are essential for resolving settlement disputes effectively and maintaining compliance with state regulations. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 15. Surplus Lines Insurance Policy Analysis. In Arkansas, what is a critical aspect of interpreting policy exclusions in surplus lines insurance? A. Assuming that all exclusions are invalid unless specifically stated by the insurer. B. Reviewing exclusions in the context of the entire policy to understand their impact on coverage. C. Ignoring exclusions if they are not explicitly explained to the policyholder at the time of purchase. D. Considering exclusions as flexible guidelines that can be negotiated during a claim. Answer. B. Reviewing exclusions in the context of the entire policy to understand their impact on coverage. Explanation. A critical aspect of interpreting policy exclusions in surplus lines insurance is to review them in the context of the entire policy. This comprehensive approach ensures that the impact of exclusions on coverage is fully understood, helping both the insurer and the insured to manage expectations and avoid disputes. In Arkansas, regulatory standards require clear and transparent communication of exclusions to ensure policyholders are fully informed about the scope and limitations of their coverage. Arkansas Insurance Department Policy Interpretation Guidelines. Question 16. Surplus Lines Insurance Claims Investigation. Mrs. Martinez has filed a claim for significant damage to her restaurant in Arkansas due to a severe storm. During the investigation, the adjuster finds that part of the damage was due to a pre-existing structural issue. How should the claims adjuster proceed? A. Deny the entire claim due to the pre-existing structural issue. B. Approve the claim in full, ignoring the pre-existing issue. C. Separate the damage caused by the storm from the pre-existing issue and evaluate the claim accordingly. D. Recommend that Mrs. Martinez fix the structural issue before any claim is considered. Answer. C. Separate the damage caused by the storm from the pre-existing issue and evaluate the claim accordingly. Explanation. The claims adjuster should proceed by separating the damage caused by the storm from the pre-existing structural issue and evaluating the claim based on the covered peril, the storm, while excluding the damage related to the pre-existing issue. This ensures a fair and accurate assessment of the claim consistent with the terms of the surplus lines insurance policy. In Arkansas, it is important to handle such claims by clearly distinguishing between covered and non-covered damages to comply with regulatory requirements and avoid disputes. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 66. Question 17. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. In the context of surplus lines insurance in Arkansas, what is a key factor in ensuring compliance with regulatory requirements during the claims settlement process? A. Selling the claim as quickly as possible regardless of accuracy. B. Ensuring that the settlement amount is always less than the estimated damage. C. Thoroughly documenting the settlement agreement and obtaining signatures from all parties involved. D. Allowing the policyholder to dictate the settlement terms without verification. Answer. C. Thoroughly documenting the settlement agreement and obtaining signatures from all parties involved. Explanation. A key factor in ensuring compliance with regulatory requirements during the claims settlement process is to thoroughly document the settlement agreement and obtain signatures from all parties involved. This documentation provides a clear and legally binding record of the agreed terms, ensuring transparency and accountability. In Arkansas, proper documentation is crucial for maintaining compliance with state regulations and protecting the interests of both the insurer and the insured. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 18. Surplus lines insurance claims handling. In Arkansas, why is it important for surplus lines claims handlers to maintain detailed documentation throughout the claims process? A. To increase the complexity of the claims process and discourage claimants. B. To ensure transparency, facilitate regulatory compliance, and provide a clear record for dispute resolution. C. To minimize the amount paid out to claimants by finding discrepancies. D. To allow the claims handler to make arbitrary decisions based on personal judgment. Answer. B. To ensure transparency, facilitate regulatory compliance, and provide a clear record for dispute resolution. Explanation. Detailed documentation is essential in the surplus lines claims process to ensure transparency, compliance with Arkansas state regulations, and to provide a clear record that can be used to resolve disputes. Proper documentation helps in verifying the facts of the claim, tracking the progress, and demonstrating that the claims handler has adhered to legal and procedural requirements, thus protecting both the insurer and the insured. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 19. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Mr. Johnson has filed a claim for damage to his commercial property in Arkansas due to a fire. During the investigation, the adjuster discovers that the fire suppression system was not maintained and failed to operate. What should the claims adjuster focus on in their evaluation? A. Denying the claim entirely because of the failure of the fire suppression system. B. Ignoring the failure of the fire suppression system and approving the claim fully. C. Determining the extent of damage that would have been prevented if the fire suppression system had been operational and adjusting the claim accordingly. D. Reducing the claim by half to account for the failure of the fire suppression system. Answer. C. Determining the extent of damage that would have been prevented if the fire suppression system had been operational and adjusting the claim accordingly. Explanation: the claims adjuster should focus on determining how much of the damage could have been prevented if the fire suppression system had been properly maintained and operational. This approach allows for a fair evaluation of the claim based on the actual circumstances and the terms of the policy. In Arkansas, claims handling regulations require thorough investigation and an accurate assessment of the loss, considering all relevant factors, including any contributory negligence or failure of safety systems. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 66. Question 20. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. In Arkansas, what is a crucial step to ensure that a surplus lines insurance claims settlement is legally binding and compliant with state regulations? A. Verifying the settlement amount through a third-party audit before payment. B. Ensuring that the settlement agreement is in writing and signed by all parties involved. C. Getting verbal approval from the policyholder for the settlement amount. D. Making a public announcement of the settlement terms. Answer: B. Ensuring that the settlement agreement is in writing and signed by all parties involved. Explanation: for a surplus lines insurance claims settlement to be legally binding and compliant with Arkansas state regulations, it is crucial to have the settlement agreement documented in writing and signed by all parties involved. This provides a clear and enforceable record of the agreement, ensuring that both the insurer and the insured are protected and that there is no ambiguity about the settlement terms. Proper documentation is essential to meet legal standards and to avoid potential disputes. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 21. Surplus lines insurance claims process. In Arkansas, what is the primary role of effective communication during the surplus lines insurance claims handling process? A. To expedite the claim payment by any means necessary. B. To ensure all parties are well informed, reducing misunderstandings and facilitating a smoother claims process. C. To allow the insurer to deny claims without providing reasons. D. To prevent the insured from contacting regulatory authorities. Answer: B. To ensure all parties are well informed, reducing misunderstandings and facilitating a smoother claims process. Explanation: effective communication is crucial in the surplus lines insurance claims handling process as it ensures that all parties, including the insurer, insured, and any third parties, are well informed about the claim status, required documentation, and next steps. Its transparency helps reduce misunderstandings, minimizes disputes, and facilitates a smoother and more efficient claims process. In Arkansas, maintaining open lines of communication is also part of complying with Fair Claims Practices Regulations. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 22. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Mr. Lee has filed a claim for flood damage to his warehouse in Arkansas. During the investigation, the adjuster finds that the warehouse was located in a high-risk flood zone, which was not disclosed at the time of policy issuance. What should the claims adjuster consider in this situation? A. Deny the claim outright due to non-disclosure. B. Investigate whether the non-disclosure was intentional and determine if the flood risk was addressed in the policy terms. C. Approve the claim in full without further investigation. D. Reduce the claim payout by a predetermined percentage. Answer: B. Investigate whether the non-disclosure was intentional and determine if the flood risk was addressed in the policy terms. Explanation: the claims adjuster should investigate whether the non-disclosure of the warehouse's location in a high-risk flood zone was intentional and whether the flood risk was explicitly addressed in the policy terms. If the non-disclosure was accidental and the policy covers flood damage without exceptions, the claim should be handled accordingly. In Arkansas, it is essential to adhere to the policy terms and conduct. A thorough investigation to ensure fair treatment of the insured and compliance with regulatory standards. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 23. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Which ethical principle is most critical for a surplus lines insurance claims adjuster to uphold in Arkansas? A. Maximizing profit for the insurer. B. Ensuring prompt denial of as many claims as possible. C. Maintaining honesty and integrity while accurately representing policy terms and conditions. D. Prioritizing speed over accuracy in the claims process. Answer: C. Maintaining honesty and integrity while accurately representing policy terms and conditions. Explanation. The most critical ethical principle for a surplus lines insurance claims adjuster to uphold is maintaining honesty and integrity while accurately representing the policy terms and conditions. This ensures that all parties are treated fairly, that claims are handled in accordance with the policy and legal requirements, and that the adjuster maintains a high standard of professionalism. In Arkansas, adherence to ethical standards is necessary to maintain trust and compliance with state regulations, National Association of Insurance Commissioners (NAIC) model laws, regulations, and guidelines. Question 24. Surplus lines insurance policy analysis. In Arkansas, why is it important for policyholders to understand the specific language and exclusions in their surplus lines insurance policies? A. So they can find ways to circumvent the exclusions. B. To ensure they are aware of the coverage limitations and can avoid uncovered risks. C. To argue with the insurer for broader coverage. To calculate their potential savings on premium payments. Answer. B. To ensure they are aware of the coverage limitations and can avoid uncovered risks. Explanation. Understanding the specific language and exclusions in surplus lines insurance policies is crucial for policyholders in Arkansas to be fully aware of the coverage limitations. This knowledge helps them to manage their risks appropriately and avoid situations that are not covered by their policy. Being informed about these details ensures that policyholders can take proactive steps to mitigate uncovered risks and avoid potential financial losses. Arkansas Insurance Department Policy Interpretation Guidelines. Question 25. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Mrs. Baker has filed a claim for substantial water damage to her retail store in Arkansas after a plumbing failure. The claims adjuster discovers that the plumbing issue was due to long-term neglect. What should the adjuster's focus be in this investigation? A. Deny the claim entirely because the damage resulted from neglect. B. Approve the claim fully without considering the cause of the damage. C. Evaluate the extent of damage directly caused by the sudden plumbing failure and determine coverage based on policy terms. D. Delay the investigation to pressure Mrs. Baker into withdrawing the claim. Answer. C. Evaluate the extent of damage directly caused by the sudden plumbing failure and determine coverage based on policy terms. Explanation. The claims adjuster should evaluate the extent of the damage directly caused by the sudden plumbing failure and determine coverage based on the policy terms. Even though the issue was due to long-term neglect, it is essential to differentiate between the immediate damage from the failure and any pre-existing conditions. This ensures a fair and accurate assessment of the claim in accordance with the policy and regulatory requirements in Arkansas. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 26. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. In the context of surplus lines insurance in Arkansas, what is an important factor to consider when negotiating a settlement agreement? A. Ensuring the settlement amount is as low as possible to benefit the insurer. B. Quick agreeing to any amount proposed to expedite the process. C. Thoroughly reviewing the claim details, policy coverage, and ensuring the settlement is fair and justifiable. D. Ignoring policy exclusions to favor the insured. Answer. C. Thoroughly reviewing the claim details, policy coverage, and ensuring the settlement is fair and justifiable. Explanation. When negotiating a settlement agreement for surplus lines insurance in Arkansas, it is important to thoroughly review the claim details and policy coverage to ensure the settlement is fair and justifiable. This careful consideration helps maintain compliance with regulatory requirements and ensures that both the insurer and the insured reach an equitable agreement. Properly evaluating all aspects of the claim helps prevent disputes and ensures transparency in the settlement process. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 27. Surplus lines insurance claims process. In Arkansas, what is the importance of compliance with regulatory requirements during the surplus lines insurance claims handling process? A. To ensure the insurer can delay payments without penalties. B. To guarantee the insured receives more than the policy limits. C. To protect both the insurer and the insured by ensuring fair and transparent claims handling. D. To allow claims adjusters to interpret policy terms based on their discretion. Answer. C. To protect both the insurer and the insured by ensuring fair and transparent claims handling. Explanation: compliance with regulatory requirements during the claims handling process is crucial in Arkansas as it ensures that the claims are handled fairly and transparently, protecting the interests of both the insurer and the insured. Adhering to these regulations helps maintain trust in the insurance system and ensures that the claims process is consistent with state laws and guidelines. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Regulations. Question 28. Surplus Lines Insurance Claims Investigation. Mr. Thompson has filed a claim for fire damage to his manufacturing plant in Arkansas. During the investigation, the adjuster finds evidence suggesting that the fire might have been deliberately set. What should be the adjuster's next step? A. Deny the claim immediately based on suspicion of arson. B. Complete a thorough investigation, including gathering additional evidence and consulting with fire experts. C. Approve the claim without further investigation to expedite the process. D. Ignore the evidence and proceed with the standard claims process. Answer: B. Complete a thorough investigation, including gathering additional evidence and consulting with fire experts. Explanation: the adjuster should complete a thorough investigation, which includes gathering additional evidence and consulting with fire experts to determine if the fire was indeed deliberately set. This is essential to ensure that the claim is evaluated fairly and accurately. In Arkansas, conducting a comprehensive investigation in cases of suspected arson is necessary to comply with legal requirements and to prevent fraudulent claims. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 66. Question 29. Surplus Lines Insurance Claim Settlement. In Arkansas, what is a key consideration when documenting and finalizing a surplus lines insurance claim settlement agreement? A. Ensuring the document is signed only by the insurer. B. Including all relevant details and ensuring signatures from all involved parties. C. Keeping the settlement amount confidential from the insured. D. Verifying that the settlement agreement is verbally agreed upon without written confirmation. Answer: B. Including all relevant details and ensuring signatures from all involved parties. Explanation: a key consideration when documenting and finalizing a surplus lines insurance claim settlement agreement in Arkansas is to include all relevant details and ensure that the agreement is signed by all involved parties. This creates a legally binding document that clearly outlines the terms of the settlement, thereby preventing misunderstandings and disputes. Proper documentation is critical to maintaining transparency and compliance with state regulations. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 30. Surplus Lines Insurance Claims Evaluation. What is the primary objective of evaluating the extent and value of a surplus lines insurance claim in Arkansas? A. To minimize the payout for the insurer. B. To accurately determine the covered losses and assess the appropriate settlement amount. C. To delay the claims process as much as possible. D. To ignore policy terms and base the evaluation on personal judgment. Answer: B. To accurately determine the covered losses and assess the appropriate settlement amount. Explanation: the primary objective of evaluating a surplus lines insurance claim in Arkansas is to accurately determine the covered losses and assess the appropriate settlement amount based on the policy terms and the specifics of the claim. This ensures fair treatment of both the insurer and the insured, aligning with regulatory requirements and ethical standards. The evaluation should be based on factual evidence and conducted in accordance with the policy provisions of Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 31. Surplus Lines Insurance Claims Litigation. In a surplus lines insurance claim litigation in Arkansas, the insured alleges bad faith on the part of the insurer. What actions should the insurer take? A. Ignore the allegations and proceed with the litigation. B. Engage in open communication with the insured and seek to resolve the issues through negotiation or alternative dispute resolution. C. Deny all claims without providing a rationale. D. Refuse to participate in the litigation process. Answer: B. Engage in open communication with the insured and seek to resolve the issues through negotiation or alternative dispute resolution. Explanation: when facing allegations of bad faith in surplus lines insurance claim litigation in Arkansas, the insurer should engage in open communication with the insured and seek to resolve the issues through negotiation or alternative dispute resolution methods. This approach demonstrates a commitment to fair treatment and may help avoid prolonged and costly litigation. It also aligns with regulatory expectations for insurers to act in good faith and handle claims fairly. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 32. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. What is the primary ethical obligation of surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas? A. Maximizing the insurer's profits by minimizing claim payouts. B. Prioritizing the interests of the insured over those of the insurer. C. Handling claims with honesty, integrity, and fairness to all parties involved. D. Ignoring policy provisions to expedite the claims process. Answer: C. Handling claims with honesty, integrity, and fairness to all parties involved. Explanation: the primary ethical obligation of surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas is to handle claims with honesty, integrity, and fairness to all parties involved. This includes accurately interpreting and applying policy provisions, conducting thorough investigations, and treating insureds and claimants with respect and fairness. Adhering to ethical standards helps maintain trust in the insurance industry and ensures compliance with regulatory requirements. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 33. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. In Arkansas, what ethical consideration should surplus lines insurance claims handlers prioritize when handling claims? A. Expediting the claims process at the expense of accuracy. B. Maximizing profits for the insurer by minimizing claim payouts. C. Handling claims with integrity, fairness, and transparency. D. Denying claims without proper investigation to reduce the insurer's liability. Answer: C. Handling claims with integrity, fairness, and transparency. Explanation: surplus lines insurance claims handlers in Arkansas should prioritize handling claims with integrity, fairness, and transparency. Upholding ethical standards ensures that all parties involved in the claims process are treated fairly and that claims are settled in accordance with the terms of the policy and regulatory requirements. This approach fosters trust between the insurer and the insured and helps maintain the integrity of the insurance industry. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 34. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Mr. Rodriguez has filed the surplus lines insurance claim for damage to his property in Arkansas. The insurer offers a settlement amount that Mr. Rodriguez finds insufficient. What should Mr. Rodriguez do next? A. Accept the settlement without further negotiation. B. Reject the settlement offer and file a lawsuit against the insurer. C. Engage in negotiation with the insurer to reach a mutually acceptable settlement amount. D. Ignore the settlement offer and seek compensation from other sources. Answer: C. Engage in negotiation with the insurer to reach a mutually acceptable settlement amount. Explanation: Mr. Rodriguez should engage in negotiation with the insurer to reach a mutually acceptable settlement amount. Negotiation allows both parties to discuss the details of the claim and work towards a resolution that meets their respective needs. It is often the most effective way to address differences in perception of the claim's value and reach a fair settlement. In Arkansas, negotiation is a common practice in surplus lines insurance claims settlement and can help avoid the need for litigation. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Settlement Guidelines. Question 35. Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. What is the primary purpose of alternative dispute resolution methods in surplus lines insurance claims litigation in Arkansas? A. To prolong the litigation process and increase legal expenses. B. To ensure that claims are settled in favor of the insured. C. To provide an efficient and cost-effective means of resolving disputes outside of traditional court proceedings. D. To deny the insured's right to seek legal recourse. Answer: C. To provide an efficient and cost-effective means of resolving disputes outside of traditional court proceedings. Explanation: the primary purpose of alternative dispute resolution methods in surplus lines insurance claims litigation in Arkansas is to provide an efficient and cost-effective means of resolving disputes outside of traditional court proceedings. Methods such as mediation and arbitration offer parties the opportunity to resolve their differences with the assistance of a neutral third party, thus avoiding the time and expense associated with litigation. These methods promote cooperation and compromise, leading to quicker resolutions and reduced legal expenses for both parties. Arkansas Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 16. Question 36. Surplus lines insurance claims handling. What is the significance of effective communication in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas? A. It allows claims adjusters to deny claims without explanation. B. It ensures transparency, reduces misunderstandings, and facilitates a smoother claims process. C. It enables claims adjusters to delay the claims process indefinitely. D. It prevents policyholders from providing additional information about their claims. Answer: Beta ensures transparency, reduces misunderstandings, and facilitates a smoother claims process. Explanation: Effective communication in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas is essential as it ensures transparency between the insurer and the insured, reduces misunderstandings, and facilitates a smoother claims process. Clear and open communication allows both parties to understand the status of the claim, the required documentation, and the next steps, leading to a more efficient resolution. Additionally, it helps in complying with fair claims practices regulations and fosters trust between the insurer and the insured. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 37. Surplus Lines Insurance Claims Evaluation, MS. Carter has filed a surplus lines insurance claim for damage to her property caused by a severe storm. The claims adjuster finds discrepancies in the claim documentation. What should be the adjuster's course of action? A. Deny the claim outright due to the discrepancies. B. Approve the claim without further investigation. C. Communicate with MS. Carter to address the discrepancies and request additional information or clarification. D. Delay the claims process until the discrepancies are resolved by themselves. Answer: C. Communicate with MS. Carter to address the discrepancies and request additional information or clarification. Explanation: The claims adjuster should communicate with MS. Carter to address the discrepancies in the claim documentation and request additional information or clarification. Open communication allows the adjuster to gather all necessary details to evaluate the claim accurately. It also demonstrates a commitment to fair and transparent claims handling, ensuring that MS. Carter's claim is thoroughly reviewed and resolved in accordance with the policy terms and regulatory requirements. In Arkansas, effective communication is key to resolving claims efficiently and maintaining compliance with state regulations. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 66. Question 38. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. In Arkansas, why is it important to thoroughly document surplus lines insurance claims settlements? A. To hide the settlement terms from regulatory authorities. B. To ensure that settlements are biased in favor of the insurer. C. To provide a clear record of the agreed terms and protect both the insurer and the insured. D. To expedite the settlement process by avoiding documentation. Answer: C. To provide a clear record of the agreed terms and protect both the insurer and the insured. Explanation: Thoroughly documenting surplus lines insurance claims settlements in Arkansas is important to provide a clear record of the agreed terms and protect both the insurer and the insured. Proper documentation helps prevent misunderstandings or disputes regarding the settlement terms and ensures that both parties understand their rights and obligations. Additionally, it demonstrates compliance with regulatory requirements and ethical standards, promoting transparency and accountability in the claims settlement process. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 39. Surplus lines insurance policy analysis. Why is it important for policyholders to review and understand surplus lines insurance policy provisions in Arkansas? A. To find loopholes for maximizing claims. B. To exploit ambiguities in policy language. C. To ensure they are aware of coverage limitations and exclusions. D. To challenge the insurer in court. Answer: C. To ensure they are aware of coverage limitations and exclusions. Explanation: Policyholders should review and understand surplus lines insurance policy provisions in Arkansas to ensure they are aware of coverage limitations and exclusions. Understanding these aspects helps policyholders make informed decisions about their insurance coverage and take necessary precautions to mitigate risks not covered by the policy. By being aware of the policy provisions, policyholders can avoid disputes with the insurer and ensure they receive the appropriate coverage when filing a claim. Arkansas Insurance Department Policy Interpretation Guidelines. Question 40. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Mrs. White has filed the surplus lines insurance claim for property damage caused by a vandalism incident. During the investigation, The adjuster discovers discrepancies in the reported damages. What should the adjuster do next? A. Ignore the discrepancies and approve the claim. B. Deny the claim outright due to the discrepancies. C. Communicate with Mrs. White to address the discrepancies and gather additional information. D. Delay the investigation until the discrepancies resolve themselves. Answer. C. Communicate with Mrs. White to address the discrepancies and gather additional information. Explanation. The adjuster should communicate with Mrs. White to address the discrepancies in the reported damages and gather additional information to clarify the situation. Open communication helps resolve any misunderstandings and ensures the claim is evaluated accurately. By gathering all relevant information, the adjuster can make an informed decision regarding the claim, maintaining fairness and transparency in the process. In Arkansas, effective communication is essential for thorough claims investigations and compliance with regulatory standards. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 41. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. What is the purpose of releasing and documenting surplus lines insurance claims settlement agreements in Arkansas? A. To keep the settlement terms confidential. B. To expedite the settlement process without documentation. C. To provide a clear record of the settlement terms and ensure compliance with regulatory requirements. D. To ensure the insurer benefits from the settlement without transparency. Answer. C. To provide a clear record of the settlement terms and ensure compliance with regulatory requirements. Explanation. Releasing and documenting surplus lines insurance claims settlement agreements in Arkansas serves the purpose of providing a clear record of the settlement terms and ensuring compliance with regulatory requirements. Proper documentation protects both the insurer and the insured by providing evidence of the agreed-upon terms and preventing misunderstandings or disputes in the future. It also demonstrates transparency and accountability in the claims settlement process, aligning with regulatory expectations for fair and ethical practices. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 42. Surplus lines insurance claims process. What role does effective documentation play in the surplus lines insurance claims process in Arkansas? A. It allows adjusters to deny claims without explanation. B. It facilitates transparency, compliance with regulations, and provides a clear record of claim handling. C. It increases the complexity of the claims process to discourage claimants. D. It enables adjusters to expedite claims without thorough investigation. Answer. B. It facilitates transparency, compliance with regulations, and provides a clear record of claim handling. Explanation. Effective documentation in the surplus lines insurance claims process in Arkansas serves to facilitate transparency, ensure compliance with regulations, and provide a clear record of claim handling. Thorough documentation helps adjusters track the progress of a claim, verify facts, and demonstrate adherence to legal and procedural requirements. It also protects both the insurer and the insured by providing a comprehensive record of the claims handling, reducing the risk of disputes or misunderstandings. Compliance with documentation standards is crucial for insurers to maintain trust and regulatory compliance. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 43. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Mr. Adams files a surplus lines insurance claim for water damage to his property in Arkansas. During the investigation, the adjuster finds evidence of long-term neglect contributing to the damage. How should the adjuster proceed? A. Deny the claim due to the neglect, ignoring the policy's coverage. B. Approve the claim without considering the impact of neglect. C. Assess the extent of damage directly caused by the covered peril and adjust the claim accordingly. D. Delay the investigation to avoid confronting the policyholder. Answer. C. Assess the extent of damage directly caused by the covered peril and adjust the claim accordingly. Explanation. The adjuster should assess the extent of damage directly caused by the covered peril, in this case water damage, and adjust the claim accordingly. While long-term neglect may contribute to the damage, the policy likely covers sudden and accidental occurrences like water damage. Therefore, the adjuster should focus on determining the portion of the damage attributable to the covered peril, ensuring a fair evaluation of the claim. Proper assessment aligns with regulatory requirements and ethical standards, promoting fair treatment of the insured. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 66. Question 44. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. What is the primary ethical consideration for surplus lines insurance claims adjusters in Arkansas? A. Maximizing insurer profits by minimizing claim payouts. B. Providing preferential treatment to certain policyholders. C. Handling claims with honesty, integrity, and fairness to all parties involved. D. Expediting claims processing at the expense of accuracy. Answer: C. Handling claims with honesty, integrity, and fairness to all parties involved. Explanation: the primary ethical consideration for surplus lines insurance claims adjusters in Arkansas is handling claims with honesty, integrity, and fairness to all parties involved. Adjusters must uphold ethical standards by accurately interpreting policy terms, conducting thorough investigations, and treating policyholders with respect and fairness. Adhering to ethical principles fosters trust between insurers and policyholders, promotes transparency, and ensures compliance with regulatory requirements. It also helps prevent unfair claims practices and maintains the integrity of the insurance industry. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 45. Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Why is it important for surplus lines insurance claims adjusters in Arkansas to accurately evaluate the extent and value of a claim? A. To delay claim payments and minimize insurer liabilities. B. To ensure policyholders receive compensation beyond their entitlement. C. To determine covered losses fairly and assess the appropriate settlement amount. D. To expedite the claims process without thorough assessment. Answer: C. To determine covered losses fairly and assess the appropriate settlement amount. Explanation: surplus lines insurance claims adjusters in Arkansas must accurately evaluate the extent and value of a claim to determine covered losses fairly and assess the appropriate settlement amount. This ensures that policyholders receive the compensation they are entitled to under the terms of their insurance policies. By conducting thorough evaluations, adjusters can uphold ethical standards, comply with regulatory requirements, and maintain trust between insurers and policyholders. Accuracy in claims evaluation is essential for fair and transparent claims handling practices. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 46. Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. In a surplus lines insurance claim litigation in Arkansas, the insured accuses the insurer of acting in bad faith. How should the insurer respond? A. Deny all allegations without investigation. B. Ignore the accusations and proceed with litigation. C. Engage in open communication and seek to resolve the dispute through negotiation or alternative dispute resolution. D. Admit to all accusations to expedite the litigation process. Answer: C. Engage in open communication and seek to resolve the dispute through negotiation or alternative dispute resolution. Explanation: when faced with accusations of acting in bad faith in a surplus lines insurance claim litigation in Arkansas, the insurer should engage in open communication and seek to resolve the dispute through negotiation or alternative dispute resolution methods. By demonstrating a willingness to address the insured's concerns and explore mutually acceptable solutions, the insurer can potentially avoid prolonged litigation, mitigate reputational risks, and maintain positive relationships with policyholders. Engaging in open communication aligns with ethical standards and regulatory expectations for fair claims handling practices. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 47. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. What ethical principle should surplus lines insurance claims professionals prioritize in Arkansas? A. Maximizing insurer profits by minimizing claim payouts. B. Providing preferential treatment to certain policyholders. C. Handling claims with honesty, integrity, and fairness to all parties involved. D. Expediting claims processing at the expense of accuracy. Answer: C. Handling claims with honesty, integrity, and fairness to all parties involved. Explanation: surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas should prioritize handling claims with honesty, integrity, and fairness to all parties involved. Upholding ethical principles ensures that claims are processed accurately, policyholders are treated fairly, and insurers maintain trust and credibility within the industry. By adhering to ethical standards, claims professionals can mitigate risks of legal liabilities, regulatory violations, and reputational damage, fostering positive relationships with policyholders and regulatory authorities. Ethical conduct is essential for maintaining integrity and professionalism in the insurance claims handling process. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 48. Surplus lines insurance claims process. What is the primary purpose of effective communication in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas? A. To delay claim settlements and increase insurer profits. B. To ensure transparency, reduce misunderstandings, and facilitate a smoother claims process. C. To intimidate policyholders into accepting low settlements. D. To withhold information from policyholders to avoid paying claims. Answer. B. To ensure transparency, reduce misunderstandings, and facilitate a smoother claims process. Explanation. Effective communication in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas serves the primary purpose of ensuring transparency, reducing misunderstandings, and facilitating a smoother claims process. Clear and open communication between the insurer and the insured helps in providing timely updates on the status of the claim, explaining claim procedures, and addressing any concerns or questions that policyholders may have. This transparency fosters trust, improves customer satisfaction, and ensures compliance with regulatory requirements for fair claims handling practices. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 49. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Mrs. Taylor submits a surplus lines insurance claim for property damage caused by a recent hailstorm. During the investigation, the adjuster suspects exaggerated damage claims. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim without further investigation. B. Approve the claim to avoid confrontation. C. Conduct a thorough investigation, including obtaining expert opinions if necessary. D. Delay the investigation indefinitely. Answer. C. Conduct a thorough investigation, including obtaining expert opinions if necessary. Explanation. The adjuster should conduct a thorough investigation, including obtaining expert opinions if necessary, to determine the extent of the damage caused by the hailstorm. Suspected exaggerated damage claims require careful examination to ensure fair and accurate assessment. By gathering relevant evidence and consulting with experts, the adjuster can verify the validity of the claim and make an informed decision. This approach demonstrates a commitment to fair claims handling practices and compliance with regulatory requirements in Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 66. Question 50. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Why is it important for surplus lines insurance claims settlement agreements to be properly documented in Arkansas? A. To conceal settlement terms from policyholders. B. To expedite the settlement process without documentation. C. To provide a clear record of the agreed upon terms and protect both parties. D. To ensure that settlements heavily favor the insurer. Answer. C. To provide a clear record of the agreed upon terms and protect both parties. Explanation. Proper documentation of surplus lines insurance claims settlement agreements in Arkansas is crucial to provide a clear record of the agreed upon terms and protect the interests of both the insurer and the insured. Thorough documentation helps prevent disputes or misunderstandings regarding the settlement terms and ensures that both parties are aware of their rights and obligations. Additionally, it demonstrates compliance with regulatory requirements and ethical standards, promoting transparency and accountability in the claims settlement process. Proper documentation is essential for maintaining trust and ensuring fair treatment of policyholders. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 51. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. What ethical obligation do surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas have regarding confidentiality? A. Share claim details with unauthorized third parties. B. Disclose policyholder information without consent. C. Ensure confidentiality and privacy of claim-related information. D. Withhold information from policyholders to limit their claim options. Answer. C. Ensure confidentiality and privacy of claim-related information. Explanation. Surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas have an ethical obligation to ensure the confidentiality and privacy of claim-related information. This includes safeguarding sensitive information such as policyholder details, claim documents, and investigations. Adhering to confidentiality standards helps protect the privacy rights of policyholders, prevents unauthorized disclosure of information, and maintains trust between insurers and policyholders. Violating confidentiality can lead to legal and reputational consequences for the insurer and undermines the integrity of the claims handling process. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 52. Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Mr. Lee submits the surplus lines insurance claim for property damage caused by a severe storm. The claims adjuster suspects fraudulent activity due to inconsistencies in Mr. Lee's statements. What should the adjuster do? A. Ignore the inconsistencies and approve the claim. B. Deny the claim without further investigation. C. Conduct the thorough investigation to gather evidence and verify the claim's validity. D. Delay the investigation indefinitely. Answer. C. Conduct a thorough investigation to gather evidence and verify the claim's validity. Explanation. The adjuster should conduct a thorough investigation to gather evidence and verify the claim's validity, especially when fraudulent activity is suspected due to inconsistencies in the policyholder's statements. This may involve reviewing documentation, gathering additional information, and consulting with experts to assess the extent of the damage. By conducting a diligent investigation, the adjuster can make an informed decision regarding the claim and take appropriate action to prevent fraudulent payouts. Thorough investigations are essential for maintaining the integrity of the claims process and protecting the insurer's interests in Arkansas. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 53. Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. What is the primary purpose of working with legal counsel in surplus lines insurance claims litigation in Arkansas? A. To prolong litigation and increase legal expenses. B. To ensure favorable outcomes for the insurer without regard for fairness. C. To obtain legal guidance and representation to protect the insurer's interests. D. To intimidate policyholders into dropping their claims. Answer. C. To obtain legal guidance and representation to protect the insurer's interests. Explanation. The primary purpose of working with legal counsel in surplus lines insurance claims litigation in Arkansas is to obtain legal guidance and representation to protect the insurer's interests. Legal counsel helps insurers navigate complex legal processes, interpret laws and regulations, and develop strategies for defending against claims. By working with experienced attorneys, insurers can mitigate risks, ensure compliance with legal requirements, and pursue favorable outcomes in litigation. Legal representation is essential for safeguarding the insurer's rights and interests throughout the litigation process. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 54. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. What role does gathering evidence play in surplus lines insurance claims investigation in Arkansas? A. It allows adjusters to expedite the claims process without thorough investigation. B. It helps adjusters deny claims without providing proper justification. C. It enables adjusters to assess the validity of claims and make fair settlement decisions. D. It complicates the claims process and increases insurer liabilities. Answer. C. It enables adjusters to assess the validity of claims and make fair settlement decisions. Explanation. Gathering evidence in surplus lines insurance claims investigation in Arkansas enables adjusters to assess the validity of claims and make fair settlement decisions. Evidence such as documentation, photographs, witness statements, and expert opinions provides insights into the circumstances surrounding the claim, helping adjusters determine coverage and liability accurately. Thorough evidence gathering is essential for ensuring fair treatment of policyholders, complying with regulatory requirements, and minimizing fraudulent claims. By relying on credible evidence, adjusters can make informed decisions and resolve claims efficiently. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 55. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. MS. Brown, a policyholder, disagrees with the settlement offer made by the insurer for her surplus lines insurance claim. What options does Ms. Brown have in Arkansas? A. Accept the settlement offer without further negotiation. B. File a lawsuit against the insurer to contest the settlement. C. Engage in negotiation with the insurer to reach a mutually acceptable settlement amount. D. Ignore the settlement offer and abandon the claim. Answer. C. Engage in negotiation with the insurer to reach a mutually acceptable settlement amount. Explanation. Ms. Brown has the option to engage in negotiation with the insurer to reach a mutually acceptable settlement amount. Negotiation allows both parties to discuss the terms of the settlement and explore alternatives that address Ms. Brown's concerns by actively participating in negotiation. Ms. Brown can advocate for her interests and potentially achieve a more favorable outcome than the initial settlement offer. In Arkansas, negotiation is a common practice in surplus lines insurance claims settlement and can help resolve disputes amicably without resorting to litigation, saving time and resources for both parties. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 56. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. What is the primary purpose of handling conflicts of interest in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas? A. To prioritize the interests of the insurer over those of the insured. B. To expedite claims processing by ignoring conflicts of interest. C. To ensure fair treatment of policyholders and maintain trust in the insurance industry. D. To conceal conflicts of interest from regulatory authorities. Answer. C. To ensure fair treatment of policyholders and maintain trust in the insurance industry. Explanation. The primary purpose of handling conflicts of interest in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas is to ensure fair treatment of policyholders and maintain trust in the insurance industry. Conflicts of interest arise when adjusters face competing loyalties or interests that may compromise their impartiality in claims handling. By addressing conflicts of interest transparently and prioritizing the interests of policyholders, insurers demonstrate their commitment to ethical conduct and regulatory compliance. Handling conflicts of interest appropriately helps preserve the integrity of the claims process and reinforces trust between insurers and policyholders. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 57. Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. In surplus lines insurance claims litigation in Arkansas, the insured's attorney presents evidence of bad faith practices by the insurer. How should the insurer respond? A. Deny all allegations without investigation. B. Acknowledge the bad faith practices and offer a settlement to avoid further litigation. C. Engage in open communication and address the concerns raised by the insured. D. Ignore the allegations and proceed with aggressive legal defense tactics. Answer. C. Engage in open communication and address the concerns raised by the insured. Explanation. In surplus lines insurance claims litigation in Arkansas, when evidence of bad faith practices is presented by the insured's attorney, the insurer should engage in open communication and address the concerns raised by the insured. Ignoring or denying the allegations may escalate the dispute and damage the insurer's reputation. By acknowledging the concerns and working towards resolving them in good faith, the insurer can mitigate legal risks, maintain positive relationships with policyholders, and potentially avoid protracted litigation. Open communication and proactive resolution of issues are essential for achieving fair and equitable outcomes in claims disputes. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 58. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. What ethical consideration should surplus lines insurance claims professionals prioritize when handling claims in Arkansas? A. Maximizing insurer profits by minimizing claim payouts. B. Providing preferential treatment to high-value policyholders. C. Ensuring prompt and fair resolution of policyholder claims. D. Expediting claims processing at the expense of accuracy. Answer. C. Ensuring prompt and fair resolution of policyholder claims. Explanation. Surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas should prioritize ensuring prompt and fair resolution of policyholder claims as an ethical consideration. This involves processing claims efficiently while upholding ethical standards, regulatory requirements, and the terms of insurance policies. By treating all policyholders fairly and equitably, claims professionals demonstrate integrity, build trust, and uphold the principles of fairness and justice in the insurance industry. Prioritizing prompt and fair claim resolution is essential for maintaining positive relationships with policyholders and ensuring the long-term success and reputation of the insurer. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 59. Surplus lines insurance claims handling. What is the importance of compliance with regulatory requirements in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas? A. It allows adjusters to bypass regulations for faster claims processing. B. It ensures fair treatment of policyholders and maintains industry integrity. C. It enables adjusters to deny claims without proper justification. D. It increases administrative burden without benefiting the insurer. Answer. B. It ensures fair treatment of policyholders and maintains industry integrity. Explanation: compliance with regulatory requirements in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas is crucial as it ensures fair treatment of policyholders and maintains industry integrity. Regulatory standards are designed to protect the interests of policyholders, promote transparency, and prevent unfair claims practices. By adhering to regulatory guidelines, insurers demonstrate their commitment to ethical conduct, legal compliance, and customer satisfaction. Compliance also fosters trust between insurers, policyholders, and regulatory authorities, contributing to a stable and reputable insurance market in Arkansas. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 66. Question 60. Surplus lines insurance policy analysis. Mr. Rodriguez purchased a surplus lines insurance policy for his commercial property in Arkansas. He later discovers a provision in the policy that limits coverage for certain types of damages. What should Mr. Rodriguez do? A. Disregard the provision and file a claim for any damages incurred. B. Cancel the policy immediately and seek coverage elsewhere. C. Review the policy provisions carefully and consult with his insurance agent or legal counsel if necessary. D. File a complaint against the insurer for unfair policy terms. Answer: C. Review the policy provisions carefully and consult with his insurance agent or legal counsel if necessary. Explanation: Mr. Rodriguez should review the policy provisions carefully and consult with his insurance agent or legal counsel if necessary upon discovering a provision that limits coverage for certain types of damages. Understanding the terms and limitations of the policy is essential for making informed decisions about coverage and filing claims. Consulting with professionals can help Mr. Rodriguez clarify any uncertainties, explore options for additional coverage if needed, and ensure that his insurance needs are adequately addressed. Proper review and consultation can prevent misunderstandings and disputes in the event of a claim. Promoting effective risk management and protection of Mr. Rodriguez's interests. Arkansas Insurance Department Policy Interpretation Guidelines. Question 61. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. How does negotiating a settlement agreement benefit both the insurer and the insured in surplus lines insurance claims settlement in Arkansas? A. It allows the insurer to minimize payouts without considering the insured's needs. B. It facilitates a mutually agreeable resolution, avoiding costly and time-consuming litigation. C. It provides an opportunity for the insured to manipulate settlement terms in their favor. D. It increases administrative burden for both parties without reaching a resolution. Answer: B. It facilitates a mutually agreeable resolution, avoiding costly and time-consuming litigation. Explanation: negotiating a settlement agreement benefits both the insurer and the insured in surplus lines insurance claims settlement in Arkansas as it facilitates a mutually agreeable resolution, avoiding costly and time-consuming litigation. By engaging in negotiation, both parties have the opportunity to discuss their respective interests, concerns, and settlement preferences. Negotiation allows for flexibility in resolving disputes, exploring compromises, and reaching a settlement that meets the needs of both the insurer and the insured. Avoiding litigation through negotiation saves time, resources, and potential damages associated with prolonged legal proceedings, promoting efficiency and satisfaction for all parties involved. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 62. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. What ethical responsibility do surplus lines insurance claims professionals have regarding communication with policyholders in Arkansas? A. To withhold information to maintain an advantage for the insurer. B. To communicate openly, honestly, and promptly with policyholders. C. To manipulate information to minimize claim payouts. D. To ignore policyholders' inquiries to expedite claims processing. Answer: B. To communicate openly, honestly, and promptly with policyholders. Explanation: surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas have an ethical responsibility to communicate openly, honestly, and promptly with policyholders. Clear and transparent communication helps ensure that policyholders are informed about the status of their claims, understand the claims process, and receive timely updates on claim developments. By prioritizing effective communication, claims professionals demonstrate integrity, build trust with policyholders, and uphold ethical standards in the insurance industry. Open communication fosters positive relationships and enhances customer satisfaction, contributing to the overall professionalism and reputation of the insurer. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 63. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Mr. Smith submits a surplus lines insurance claim for property damage caused by a fire. During the investigation, the adjuster discovers evidence suggesting that the fire may have been intentionally set. What should the adjuster do? A. Ignore the evidence and approve the claim to expedite the process. B. Deny the claim without further investigation. C. Conduct a thorough investigation into the cause of the fire and assess the validity of the claim. D. Delay the investigation indefinitely to avoid confrontation. Answer. C. Conduct a thorough investigation into the cause of the fire and assess the validity of the claim. Explanation. The adjuster should conduct a thorough investigation into the cause of the fire and assess the validity of the claim, especially when evidence suggests that the fire may have been intentionally set. Investigating potential fraud or arson is essential to protect the insurer's interests, ensure fair treatment of policyholders, and prevent fraudulent payouts. By gathering evidence, consulting experts if necessary, and verifying the claim's validity, the adjuster can make an informed decision based on facts and evidence. Thorough investigation is critical for maintaining the integrity of the claims process and safeguarding against fraudulent activities. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 64. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Why is it important for surplus lines insurance claims settlement agreements to be mutually acceptable to both parties in Arkansas? A. To ensure that settlements heavily favor the insurer's interests. B. To expedite the settlement process without considering the insured's needs. C. To prevent disputes and litigation by reaching a fair and equitable resolution. D. To ignore the insured's concerns and maximize insurer profits. Answer. C. To prevent disputes and litigation by reaching a fair and equitable resolution. Explanation. It is important for surplus lines insurance claims settlement agreements to be mutually acceptable to both parties in Arkansas to prevent disputes and litigation by reaching a fair and equitable resolution. Settlement agreements that address the interests and concerns of both the insurer and the insured help avoid prolonged conflicts, legal expenses, and reputational damage. By striving for mutual acceptance, insurers demonstrate a commitment to fair claims handling practices, customer satisfaction, and ethical conduct. A fair and equitable resolution promotes positive relationships between insurers and policyholders, contributing to the stability and integrity of the insurance market in Arkansas. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 65. Surplus lines insurance claims handling. How does effective claims handling contribute to the reputation of surplus lines insurers in Arkansas? A. By denying claims to maximize profits. B. By delaying claim settlements to avoid payouts. C. By providing timely and fair resolution to policyholders' claims. D. By ignoring policyholders' inquiries to expedite the process. Answer. C. By providing timely and fair resolution to policyholders' claims. Explanation. Effective claims handling contributes to the reputation of surplus lines insurers in Arkansas by providing timely and fair resolution to policyholders' claims. When insurers demonstrate a commitment to promptly addressing policyholders' needs, treating them fairly, and resolving claims in accordance with policy terms and regulations, they enhance trust and satisfaction among policyholders. Positive experiences with claims handling lead to a favorable reputation for insurers, attract new customers, and encourage policyholder retention. Conversely, poor claims handling practices can tarnish an insurer's reputation, resulting in loss of business and regulatory scrutiny. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 66. Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. MS. Garcia, a policyholder, files a surplus lines insurance claim for theft of valuable equipment from her business premises. The adjuster investigates the claim and determines that the policy covers the stolen items. What should the adjuster do next? A. Deny the claim to avoid paying out. B. Assess the value of the stolen items and negotiate a settlement with MS. Garcia. C. Process the claim promptly and issue a settlement payment to MS. Garcia. D. Delay the claim indefinitely to avoid making a decision. Answer. C. Process the claim promptly and issue a settlement payment to MS. Garcia. Explanation. Once the adjuster determines that the policy covers the stolen items in MS Garcia's surplus lines insurance claim, the next step is to process the claim promptly and issue a settlement payment to MS Garcia. Processing the claim promptly demonstrates the insurer's commitment to efficient claims handling and customer service. By issuing a settlement payment without unnecessary delay, the insurer fulfills its obligations under the policy, provides financial relief to the policyholder, and maintains positive relationships with policyholders. Timely claims processing also helps prevent dissatisfaction and potential disputes with policyholders. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 67. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. What ethical obligation do surplus lines insurance claims professionals have regarding the handling of policyholder information in Arkansas? A. To share policyholder information with unauthorized third parties. B. To disclose policyholder information without consent. C. To ensure confidentiality and privacy of policyholder information. D. To manipulate policyholder information to benefit the insurer. Answer. C. To ensure confidentiality and privacy of policyholder information. Explanation. Surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas have an ethical obligation to ensure confidentiality and privacy of policyholder information. This includes safeguarding sensitive information such as personal details, claim documents, and communications from unauthorized access or disclosure. Adhering to confidentiality standards protects the privacy rights of policyholders, maintains trust between insurers and policyholders, and prevents breaches of confidentiality that could lead to legal and reputational consequences. Protecting policyholder information is essential for upholding ethical standards, regulatory compliance, and maintaining the integrity of the insurance industry. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 68. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. What role does the claims investigation play in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas? A. It allows adjusters to deny claims without proper justification. B. It enables adjusters to expedite the claims process without thorough investigation. C. It helps adjusters gather evidence to determine the validity of claims. D. It increases administrative burden without benefiting the insurer. Answer. C. It helps adjusters gather evidence to determine the validity of claims. Explanation. The claims investigation in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas plays a crucial role in helping adjusters gather evidence to determine the validity of claims. Through thorough investigation, adjusters can assess the circumstances surrounding a claim, verify the accuracy of the information provided by the policyholder, and evaluate the extent of the covered losses. Gathering relevant evidence ensures that claims are processed fairly and accurately, helping to prevent fraudulent claims and mitigate risks for the insurer. Effective claims investigation contributes to the overall integrity and efficiency of the claims handling process. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 69. Surplus lines insurance claim settlement. In a surplus lines insurance claim settlement negotiation, the insured expresses dissatisfaction with the initial settlement offer. What should the insurer do? A. Threaten the insured with legal action to force acceptance of the offer. B. Refuse to negotiate further and insist on the initial offer. C. Engage in constructive negotiation to reach a mutually acceptable settlement. D. Withdraw the settlement offer and deny the claim. Answer. C. Engage in constructive negotiation to reach a mutually acceptable settlement. Explanation. When the insured expresses dissatisfaction with the initial settlement offer in surplus lines insurance claims settlement negotiation, the insurer should engage in constructive negotiation to reach a mutually acceptable settlement. Negotiation allows both parties to discuss their interests, concerns, and settlement preferences in a collaborative manner. By listening to the insured's perspective and exploring options for compromise, the insurer can address the insured's concerns and potentially improve the settlement terms. Constructive negotiation fosters positive relationships, promotes fair and equitable resolutions, and helps avoid costly and protracted litigation. It demonstrates the insurer's commitment to resolving claims in good faith and upholding customer satisfaction. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 70. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Why is it important for surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas to handle conflicts of interest appropriately? A. To prioritize the insurer's interests over those of the insured. B. To ignore conflicts of interest to expedite claims processing. C. To ensure fair treatment of policyholders and maintain trust in the insurance industry. D. To conceal conflicts of interest to avoid regulatory scrutiny. Answer: C. To ensure fair treatment of policyholders and maintain trust in the insurance industry. Explanation: it is important for surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas to handle conflicts of interest appropriately to ensure fair treatment of policyholders and maintain trust in the insurance industry. Conflicts of interest may arise when adjusters face competing loyalties or interests that could compromise their impartiality in claims handling. By addressing conflicts of interest transparently and prioritizing the interests of policyholders, insurers demonstrate integrity, compliance with ethical standards, and commitment to customer satisfaction. Handling conflicts of interest appropriately helps preserve the integrity of the claims process, build confidence among policyholders, and uphold the reputation of the insurance industry in Arkansas. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 71. Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. How do surplus lines insurance claims professionals determine coverage and liability in Arkansas? A. By denying all claims to minimize payouts. B. By ignoring policy terms and regulations. C. By carefully reviewing policy provisions and investigating claim circumstances. D. By expediting claims processing without thorough evaluation. Answer: C. By carefully reviewing policy provisions and investigating claim circumstances. Explanation: surplus lines insurance claims professionals determine coverage and liability in Arkansas by carefully reviewing policy provisions and investigating claim circumstances. This process involves analyzing the terms and conditions of the insurance policy to assess the extent of coverage for the claimed losses. Additionally, claims professionals conduct thorough investigations, gather evidence, and evaluate the facts surrounding the claim to determine liability accurately. By adhering to this rigorous evaluation process, claims professionals ensure fair and equitable treatment of policyholders while upholding the terms of the insurance contract and regulatory requirements. It is essential for claims professionals to exercise diligence and professionalism in evaluating claims to maintain the integrity of the insurance process. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 72. Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. In surplus lines insurance claims litigation in Arkansas, the insured's attorney alleges bad faith practices by the insurer. How should the insurer respond? A. Deny the allegations without investigation. B. Offer a settlement to avoid further litigation. C. Engage in open communication and address the concerns raised. D. Ignore the allegations and proceed with aggressive defense tactics. Answer: C. Engage in open communication and address the concerns raised. Explanation: in surplus lines insurance claims litigation in Arkansas, when allegations of bad faith practices are raised by the insured's attorney, the insurer should engage in open communication and address the concerns raised. Ignoring or denying the allegations may escalate the dispute and damage the insurer's reputation. By acknowledging the concerns and working towards resolving them in good faith, the insurer can mitigate legal risks, maintain positive relationships with policyholders, and potentially avoid protracted litigation. Open communication and proactive resolution of issues are essential for achieving fair and equitable outcomes in claims disputes. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 66. Question 73. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. What is the ethical responsibility of surplus lines insurance claims professionals regarding fair claims practices in Arkansas? A. To prioritize insurer profits over policyholder interests. B. To expedite claims processing without considering policyholder needs. C. To ensure fair treatment of policyholders and comply with regulatory requirements. D. To delay claims settlements to increase insurer revenue. Answer: C. To ensure fair treatment of policyholders and comply with regulatory requirements. Explanation: the ethical responsibility of surplus lines insurance claims professionals regarding fair claims practices in Arkansas is to ensure fair treatment of policyholders and comply with regulatory requirements. Fair claims practices encompass various principles such as prompt investigation, accurate evaluation, and timely settlement of claims. Claims professionals must prioritize the interests of policyholders, act in good faith, and adhere to ethical standards and legal obligations. By upholding fair claims practices, claims professionals demonstrate integrity, build trust with policyholders, and contribute to the stability and reputation of the insurance industry in Arkansas. Fair treatment of policyholders is paramount for maintaining customer satisfaction and regulatory compliance. Arkansas Insurance Department Fair Claims Practices Guidelines. Question 74. Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. What factors should surplus lines insurance claims professionals consider when determining the extent and value of a claim in Arkansas? A. Ignoring policy provisions to expedite the process. B. Minimizing payouts to maximize insurer profits. C. Reviewing policy coverage, assessing damages, and considering applicable laws and regulations. D. Delaying the evaluation process to discourage policyholders from filing claims. Answer. C. Reviewing policy coverage, assessing damages, and considering applicable laws and regulations. Explanation. Surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas should consider various factors when determining the extent and value of a claim. This includes reviewing policy coverage to assess the scope of protection, evaluating the extent of damages or losses incurred by the policyholder, and considering applicable laws, regulations, and industry standards. By conducting a comprehensive evaluation, claims professionals can make informed decisions regarding claim settlements, ensure compliance with policy terms and regulatory requirements, and provide fair and equitable outcomes for policyholders. It is essential for claims professionals to approach claim evaluation with diligence and professionalism to uphold the integrity of the insurance process. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 75. Surplus lines insurance claim settlement. In surplus lines insurance claim settlement negotiation, the insured rejects the initial settlement offer. What should the insurer do next? A. Threaten the insured with legal action to force acceptance of the offer. B. Refuse to negotiate further and insist on the initial offer. C. Continue negotiation in good faith to reach a mutually acceptable settlement. D. Withdraw the settlement offer and deny the claim. Answer. C. Continue negotiation in good faith to reach a mutually acceptable settlement. Explanation. When the insured rejects the initial settlement offer in surplus lines insurance claims settlement negotiation, the insurer should continue negotiation in good faith to reach a mutually acceptable settlement. Negotiation allows both parties to discuss their respective interests, concerns, and settlement preferences openly. By actively participating in negotiation and considering the insured's perspective, the insurer can explore alternative settlement options, address any issues or misunderstandings, and work towards a resolution that satisfies both parties. Continuing negotiation in good faith demonstrates the insurer's commitment to fair and equitable claims resolution, customer satisfaction, and avoidance of protracted litigation. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 79. Question 76. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Why is it important for surplus lines insurance claims professionals to handle claims with honesty and integrity in Arkansas? A. To manipulate claim outcomes to benefit the insurer. B. To expedite claims processing without considering policyholder needs. C. To maintain trust and credibility with policyholders and regulatory authorities. D. To delay claims settlements to increase insurer revenue. Answer. C. To maintain trust and credibility with policyholders and regulatory authorities. Explanation. It is important for surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas to handle claims with honesty and integrity to maintain trust and credibility with policyholders and regulatory authorities. Honesty and integrity are foundational principles of ethical claims handling, reflecting the insurer's commitment to fair treatment of policyholders and compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. By conducting themselves with honesty and integrity, claims professionals build trust with policyholders, strengthen relationships, and enhance the insurer's reputation in the marketplace. Additionally, maintaining ethical standards promotes transparency, accountability, and confidence in the insurance industry, benefiting both insurers and policyholders alike. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 77. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. What ethical considerations should surplus lines insurance claims professionals prioritize when handling claims in Arkansas? A. Prioritizing insurer profits over policyholder interests. B. Expediting claims processing without thorough evaluation. C. Ensuring fair treatment of policyholders and compliance with regulatory requirements. D. Delaying claims settlements to increase insurer revenue. Answer: C. Ensuring fair treatment of policyholders in compliance with regulatory requirements. Explanation: surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas should prioritize ensuring fair treatment of policyholders in compliance with regulatory requirements as ethical considerations when handling claims. This involves conducting claims handling processes with honesty, integrity, and transparency, while also adhering to relevant laws, regulations, and industry standards. By prioritizing fair treatment and compliance, claims professionals demonstrate a commitment to ethical conduct, customer satisfaction, and regulatory compliance, which are essential for maintaining trust and credibility in the insurance industry. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 78. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Mr. Thompson, a policyholder, submits a surplus lines insurance claim for property damage. During the investigation, the adjuster discovers potential inconsistencies in Mr. Thompson's claim. What should the adjuster do? A. Ignore the inconsistencies and approve the claim. B. Deny the claim without further investigation. C. Conduct a thorough investigation to resolve the discrepancies. D. Delay the investigation indefinitely to avoid confrontation. Answer: C. Conduct a thorough investigation to resolve the discrepancies. Explanation: when potential inconsistencies are discovered in a surplus lines insurance claim investigation in Arkansas, the adjuster should conduct a thorough investigation to resolve the discrepancies. Ignoring or dismissing inconsistencies without investigation may lead to unfair claim outcomes and compromise the integrity of the claims handling process. By conducting a comprehensive investigation, the adjuster can gather additional information, clarify any discrepancies, and make an informed decision based on the facts. Thorough investigation promotes accuracy, fairness, and credibility in claims handling, benefiting both the insurer and the policyholder. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 79. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Why is it important for surplus lines insurance claims professionals to document settlement agreements accurately in Arkansas? A. To manipulate settlement terms to benefit the insurer. B. To expedite claims processing without proper documentation. C. To ensure transparency, clarity, and enforceability of the agreement. D. To delay claims settlements to increase insurer revenue. Answer: C. To ensure transparency, clarity, and enforceability of the agreement. Explanation: it is important for surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas to document settlement agreements accurately to ensure transparency, clarity, and enforceability of the agreement. Accurate documentation of settlement terms helps prevent misunderstandings, disputes, and legal challenges in the future. By clearly outlining the terms, conditions, and obligations of the settlement, claims professionals provide clarity to both parties and facilitate compliance with the agreement. Additionally, accurate documentation enhances transparency and accountability, demonstrating the insurer's commitment to ethical conduct and fair treatment of policyholders. Properly documented settlement agreements promote trust, confidence, and positive relationships between insurers and policyholders. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 80. Surplus lines insurance claims handling. How does effective communication contribute to successful surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas? A. By withholding information to maintain an advantage for the insurer. B. By ignoring policyholder inquiries to expedite claims processing. C. By facilitating transparency, understanding, and trust between parties. D. By manipulating information to minimize claim payouts. Answer: C. By facilitating transparency, understanding, and trust between parties. Explanation: effective communication plays a vital role in successful surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas by facilitating transparency, understanding, and trust between parties. Clear and open communication between the insurer and the policyholder fosters a collaborative approach to claims resolution. It allows for the exchange of information, updates on claim status, and clarification of any concerns or questions raised by the policyholder. By maintaining transparency and providing timely and accurate information, insurers can build trust with policyholders, improve satisfaction levels, and enhance the overall claims experience. Effective communication also helps mitigate misunderstandings and reduces the likelihood of disputes, leading to more efficient claims handling processes. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 81. Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Mr. Anderson, a policyholder, submits a surplus lines insurance claim for property damage. Upon review, the adjuster determines that the claim falls within the policy coverage. What should the adjuster do next? A. Deny the claim to avoid payouts. B. Delay the claim indefinitely. C. Process the claim promptly and initiate settlement negotiations. D. Ignore the claim and close the case. Answer. C. Process the claim promptly and initiate settlement negotiations. Explanation. Upon determining that Mr. Anderson's surplus lines insurance claim falls within the policy coverage, the adjuster should process the claim promptly and initiate settlement negotiations. Processing the claim promptly demonstrates the insurer's commitment to efficient claims handling and customer service. Initiating settlement negotiations allows the insurer to work towards resolving the claim in a fair and timely manner. By engaging in negotiations, the adjuster can discuss settlement terms with Mr. Anderson, address any concerns, and reach a mutually acceptable resolution. Prompt and proactive claims handling not only benefits the policyholder by providing timely assistance, but also reflects positively on the insurer's professionalism and dedication to customer satisfaction. Arkansas Insurance Code, Title 23, Chapter 66. Question 82. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. What role does compliance with regulatory requirements play in surplus lines insurance claims settlement in Arkansas? A. It allows insurers to expedite claims processing without oversight. B. It ensures fairness, transparency, and adherence to legal standards. C. It encourages insurers to delay settlements to maximize profits. D. It provides opportunities for insurers to manipulate settlement terms. Answer. B. It ensures fairness, transparency, and adherence to legal standards. Explanation. Compliance with regulatory requirements plays a critical role in surplus lines insurance claims settlement in Arkansas by ensuring fairness, transparency, and adherence to legal standards. Regulatory oversight helps safeguard the interests of policyholders and promotes ethical conduct within the insurance industry. By complying with regulatory requirements, insurers demonstrate a commitment to upholding the rights of policyholders, maintaining transparency in claims handling processes, and adhering to legal standards governing settlements. Compliance fosters trust between insurers, policyholders, and regulatory authorities, contributing to a stable and reputable insurance market in Arkansas. It also helps prevent unfair practices and ensures that policyholders receive fair treatment and timely resolution of their claims. Arkansas Insurance Department Regulatory Compliance Guidelines. Question 83. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Why is it important for surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas to maintain confidentiality and privacy of policyholder information? A. To share policyholder information with unauthorized third parties. B. To expedite claims processing without considering policyholder needs. C. To uphold ethical standards, protect policyholder privacy, and comply with regulations. D. To manipulate policyholder information to benefit the insurer. Answer. C. To uphold ethical standards, protect policyholder privacy, and comply with regulations. Explanation. Surplus lines insurance claims professionals in Arkansas must maintain confidentiality and privacy of policyholder information to uphold ethical standards, protect policyholder privacy, and comply with regulations. Confidentiality is essential for safeguarding sensitive information such as personal details and claim documents from unauthorized access or disclosure. By respecting policyholder privacy rights and adhering to confidentiality standards, claims professionals demonstrate integrity, professionalism, and respect for ethical principles. Moreover, maintaining confidentiality helps build trust with policyholders, enhances the insurer's reputation, and ensures compliance with privacy regulations such as the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA, and state privacy laws. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 84. Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. What steps should surplus lines insurance claims professionals take when facing litigation in Arkansas? A. Deny all allegations without investigation. B. Engage in aggressive defense tactics to intimidate the claimant. C. Work with legal counsel, provide documentation, and cooperate in the litigation process. D. Ignore the litigation and refuse to participate in legal proceedings. Answer: C. Work with legal counsel, provide documentation, and cooperate in the litigation process. Explanation: when facing litigation in Arkansas, surplus lines insurance claims professionals should work closely with legal counsel, provide relevant documentation, and cooperate in the litigation process. This approach helps ensure that the insurer's interests are effectively represented and defended in court. By collaborating with legal experts, claims professionals can navigate the complexities of litigation, respond to legal challenges, and present a strong defense. Providing documentation and cooperating in the litigation process demonstrate good faith efforts to resolve disputes and uphold legal obligations. It is essential for claims professionals that actively engage in the litigation process to protect the insurer's interests and promote fair outcomes. Arkansas Insurance Department Litigation Guidelines. Question 85. Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. During a surplus lines insurance claims investigation, the adjuster discovers evidence suggesting potential fraud by the policyholder. What ethical considerations should the adjuster prioritize? A. Ignoring the evidence to avoid confrontations. B. Reporting the evidence to the insurer's management without further investigation. C. Conducting a thorough investigation into the alleged fraud while maintaining confidentiality. D. Concealing the evidence to expedite claims processing. Answer: C. Conducting a thorough investigation into the alleged fraud while maintaining confidentiality. Explanation: when evidence suggesting potential fraud by the policyholder is discovered during a surplus lines insurance claims investigation in Arkansas, the adjuster should prioritize conducting a thorough investigation into the alleged fraud while maintaining confidentiality. It is essential to gather sufficient evidence, verify the facts, and assess the credibility of the allegations before taking any action. Maintaining confidentiality helps prevent premature disclosure of sensitive information and protects the integrity of the investigation. Once the investigation is complete, the adjuster can report the findings to the appropriate authorities or management for further action. Upholding ethical standards in investigating fraud allegations demonstrates the adjuster's commitment to fair and transparent claims handling practices. Arkansas Insurance Department Ethics Guidelines. Question 86. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Why is it important for surplus lines insurance claims professionals to consider the insured's perspective during settlement negotiations in Arkansas? A. To exploit the insured's vulnerabilities and maximize insurer profits. B. To manipulate settlement terms in favor of the insurer. C. To foster a collaborative approach and reach a mutually acceptable resolution. D. To disregard the insured's concerns and expedite the settlement process. Answer: C. To foster a collaborative approach and reach a mutually acceptable resolution. Explanation: considering the insured's perspective during settlement negotiations in Arkansas is important for surplus lines insurance claims professionals to foster a collaborative approach and reach a mutually acceptable resolution. By understanding the insured's concerns, priorities, and interests, claims professionals can engage in constructive dialogue, explore alternative solutions, and negotiate fair and equitable settlement terms. Fostering a collaborative approach promotes positive relationships, builds trust, and increases the likelihood of reaching an agreement that satisfies both parties. It is essential for claims professionals to demonstrate empathy, and professionalism during settlement negotiations to facilitate successful outcomes and maintain positive insurer-policyholder relationships. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Settlement Guidelines. Question 87. Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. What role do policy provisions play in surplus lines insurance claims evaluation in Arkansas? A. Policy provisions are disregarded during claims evaluation. B. Policy provisions are manipulated to minimize claim payouts. C. Policy provisions guide the assessment of coverage and liability. D. Policy provisions are interpreted to favor the insurer's interests. Answer: C. Policy provisions guide the assessment of coverage and liability. Explanation: policy provisions play a crucial role in surplus lines insurance claims evaluation in Arkansas by guiding the assessment of coverage and liability. Claims professionals rely on the terms, conditions, and exclusions outlined in the insurance policy to determine the extent of coverage for the claimed losses. By adhering to policy provisions, claims professionals ensure consistency, fairness, and compliance with contractual obligations. Policy provisions serve as a legal framework for evaluating claims and help prevent misinterpretations or disputes between insurers and policyholders. It is essential for claims professionals to carefully review and apply policy provisions during claims evaluation to make accurate and informed decisions. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 88. Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. In the surplus lines insurance claims investigation, the adjuster encounters resistance from the insured in providing requested documentation. How should the adjuster handle this situation? A. Threaten the insured with claim denial if documentation is not provided immediately. B. Ignore the lack of documentation and proceed with the investigation. C. Communicate the importance of providing documentation and work with the insured to obtain the necessary information. D. Reject the claim without further investigation due to lack of documentation. Answer. C. Communicate the importance of providing documentation and work with the insured to obtain the necessary information. Explanation. When encountering resistance from the insured in providing requested documentation during a surplus lines insurance claims investigation in Arkansas, the adjuster should communicate the importance of documentation and work with the insured to obtain the necessary information. Effective communication is key to resolving issues and obtaining cooperation from the insured. The adjuster should explain the reasons for requesting documentation, address any concerns raised by the insured, and offer assistance in gathering the required information. By maintaining professionalism and patience, the adjuster can foster cooperation, expedite the investigation process, and ensure a thorough assessment of the claim. Working collaboratively with the insured promotes positive relationships and enhances the overall claims experience. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines. Question 89. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. How does surplus lines insurance claims settlement contribute to insurer-policyholder relationships in Arkansas? A. By prioritizing insurer profits over policyholder interests. B. By delaying settlement payments to policyholders. C. By providing fair and timely resolution to policyholders' claims. D. By manipulating settlement terms to benefit the insurer. Answer. C. By providing fair and timely resolution to policyholders' claims. Explanation. Surplus lines insurance claims settlement contributes to insurer-policyholder relationships in Arkansas by providing fair and timely resolution to policyholders' claims. Settlements that are handled promptly, transparently, and in accordance with policy terms demonstrate the insurer's commitment to customer service and satisfaction. Fair settlement practices help build trust and confidence among policyholders, enhance insurer credibility, and strengthen insurer-policyholder relationships. By prioritizing the interests of policyholders and ensuring equitable outcomes, insurers can foster positive relationships and loyalty among their customer base. Fair and timely claims settlement is essential for maintaining insurer reputation and competitiveness in the insurance market. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Settlement Guidelines. Question 90. Surplus lines insurance claims handling. What is the significance of effective documentation in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas? A. Effective documentation is unnecessary and can be skipped to expedite the claims process. B. It helps ensure transparency, accuracy, and compliance with regulatory requirements. C. Documentation is primarily used to manipulate claim outcomes in favor of the insurer. D. It allows adjusters to ignore policy provisions and expedite claim denials. Answer. B. It helps ensure transparency, accuracy, and compliance with regulatory requirements. Explanation. Effective documentation is crucial in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Arkansas as it helps ensure transparency, accuracy, and compliance with regulatory requirements. Proper documentation provides a clear record of claim-related information, including policy details, claimant statements, investigation findings, and settlement agreements. It helps insurers demonstrate compliance with legal and regulatory standards, maintain transparency in claims handling processes, and mitigate potential disputes or legal challenges. Moreover, accurate documentation facilitates efficient communication between claims professionals, policyholders, and regulatory authorities, contributing to the overall integrity and effectiveness of the claims handling process. Arkansas Insurance Department Claims Handling Guidelines.